up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Okay, what's up, everybody? I'm back. What's up? We're down here. I just finished making a video talking about Kenneth because and then shit, never mind. I'll tell you what, we don't have to talk anymore about it. Anyway, so this is your review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. We're down here for that. All right. Tiffany is getting ready. Her parents are coming over so she can tell them that she's going to look for her biological father. Her mother seems like she's fine with it, says it's totally up to her. Her father says he was kind of afraid that he would lose her love, in other words. But she says now that she's thinking about having a child, she really wants to know her medical history, medical background, or what have you. Why doesn't she do a DNA test so she can get, like, I don't know, maybe she wants like specific details, but you could do like a 23andMe and get what your possible health risks are or whatever, if you want to do that. But so she's going to go around the corner to Eutaw, Alabama. Girl, I was like, this is a mess. I really thought they was going on a trip. I really thought that she was like, it's going to be, did she say it was going to be a girl's trip? I don't know. Melody went in a suit. I don't know. I was like, Melody was sitting in her car, in Tiffany's car, like this, with her hands clasped together, sitting. She's such a lady, honey. She was sitting there looking at Tiffany. Then she ended up falling asleep. That was so funny. Tiffany was like, girl, Melody. Melody was like, girl, I'm relaxing. Melody switching her seat. Her little hands was clasped over here onto the side, honey. She fell asleep. That was funny. Anyways, so her mother sounded like she was Cajun or something like that. I was like, was that lady Cajun? Where's the accent coming from? Anyway, so she says, yeah, she wants to know what's going on with the father's side of the family so she can get, an idea. Anyways, I think having a baby, Tiffany, if you see this, that's dumb, and you'll probably do it anyway, because I don't know why it seems like when you be like I don't know why people do this. You see every single sign that says don't do this. You get every single sign that says don't do this. Even your body will tell you don't do this, and y'all will still be like, I'm doing it. I just don't understand it. I mean, I guess that's what everybody, it's like you just ignore it. But I feel like after a certain age and a certain level of maturity, you're going to pay attention to the things and to the signs that say, don't do this. Even if those signs come from your partner, where your partner's like, you don't have time for me. You're like, and to me, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like you're committed to the fantasy, devoted to the fantasy. But my thing is, y'all have two kids together. They are 16 and 17 years old. So they have a level of independence that doesn't require too much hovering. You're free of raising children. Has your contribution to society. You have a son. Here he is. You want to have a baby with Louis. Is that his name? Louis. And he is like, you don't have time. He's telling you, your partner, the person that you're going to go in on this baby with, he's telling you, you don't have time. Bitch, I'm not about to be doing all this shit. You don't have time to have no baby. Not we. You. You don't have time to have no baby. Ain't no we in this. I don't know if you've noticed or seen the statistics. When women have babies in marriages, a lot of the times ain't no we. The lady becomes a single married mother. a married single mother. A single married mother. Same difference. A married single mother. So have the baby and don't be complaining to your girlfriends that Louis don't help. Because he done told you, you don't have time for that. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but you don't have time for no baby. Wanda, Letitia, and who is Marshall? Oh, bitch, that's the husband. Bitch, why did I put Marshall? Here on out. Wanda, Letitia, and Marshall went to look at them food trucks. They went to go look at the food truck. The food truck is raggedy. I didn't expect the food truck to be top notch. I expected the food truck to need to be, they need to take that shit on Pimp My Ride. That's when they need to go. For Show Enough, Wanda's Kitchen on Wheels. Show Enough. Tisha tells him, you're absolutely putting up the funds. The truck is real raggedy and broke down. Looked like it didn't have a battery or anything in it. It needs to be refurbished. Are we going to invest? And she was like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And the mom ends up walking out or whatever. I honestly, just give her the money. Just give her the money. To me, I feel like she's family. And she's, to me, looks like she's putting forth the effort, but we all know that she's going to need someone to help her run the business part. She can cook and do all that other stuff and greet people and come out and take pictures with, but she can't be running. I don't think it would be a smart business move to allow her to run this business by herself. Letitia, like Marsau said, she's probably going to end up working there too to make sure everything is straight, to make sure her investment, that she sees a return on her investment. So he said he don't do business like this. If I'm forced to do this, then the answer is no. I'm not investing. If I have to feel forced to do this, no. And I agree with him in that way, because the way that they're approaching it is like, my mom can do all of these things to you, talk to you any kind of way, say that you're cheating on me, keep up rumors that are going in on the blogs, but then come and ask me money. It's audacious at best. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have the nerve to come and ask me for something after this, and that. But then on the flip side, she is your wife's mother. She's putting forth the effort, and as long as she has someone to help her with the business side, I think it will be relatively successful. Everybody that was eating it was saying that it was good, so she obviously know how to cook. I mean, just split a potato and put all the food that you cooked on top of the potato. I'm sorry, like like for me in my head, when I think about Brian with his original soul egg rolls, his soul rolls, that to me makes more sense than putting all that shit on a potato. But people put all kind of shit on potatoes. I mean, like all kind of stuff. And it's your foundation, your starch. My grandfather used to say, you have to have your starch. Got to have your starch, your protein, and your vegetables. That's what my grandfather used to say. So you got to have your starch. That's your base. So, okay, that's fine. For me, I would rather eat something fried with some soul food in it. If we're going to do it, we're going to take it all the fucking way, okay? We're going to have, I would rather, because everybody that eat Brian's shit, they be like, oh my God, this is so good. But it's the food that's good. I mean, I guess. I mean, put it on a potato, child, whatever. But I think he should help her. And, if there's a loss, then that's the risk you take. Tiffany and Melody, they're on their way. The biological mother seemed to have been, like to keep company of black men in an area where if they fooled with her, they would be swinging from a tree. Unfortunately, they lack self-control and foresight, so she's done had sex with a couple of niggas down in Alabama. And so she had to move out of town. Because she was pregnant, and she was getting bigger and bigger. So the mama told her that her daddy was somebody. She had a DNA test with this man. Turned out it wasn't the father. So she stopped speaking to her, right? Because I guess she's shamed. She got shame and guilt about, fucking all the niggas in Alabama and not being able to tell her daughter, who she gave up for adoption, who her daddy is. So she's talking about has to get her IUD taken out, and from Lewis's point of view, you don't have time for me. He says he wants to be the baby. He wants to be baby Louie. Okay, you don't have time for me. When you bring a child into a situation, you should listen to both parties who are responsible for said child, and you need to take that into consideration. What does he enjoy to do? What does he enjoy doing? What does he like to do? He just wants to sit around and watch TV. Yes, without somebody crying, without you having to get up and change a diaper, without you having to jump up and go to whatever. That if Louis, I'm telling you, if Louis wants to live a simple life, I don't fucking blame him. I don't want to be, I didn't raise the child. My child lives me. I'm raising your son too. We raising our sons together. When we're done, let's enjoy just sitting down and watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was like, I come home, I do this, I still give him head, I still give him ass. So you're sitting here driving, complaining about you work, and you still giving him what he, what y'all say, what he needs to feel like a man. So you're driving and you're saying all of these things, and then you're like, but I'm going to get my IUD out because we're thinking about. No, you should not be thinking about having no baby. If one, you're too busy, and two, your husband is saying no, what is there to think about? What is there to think about? I don't get it. I don't understand why y'all do that. I don't understand why y'all do that. So they get to a newspaper, and they're going through the archives of the newspaper, seeing all these different things, men being lynched and people, KKK and Martin Luther King on the same cover of the newspaper. They're looking through the newspaper. Tiffany spots something that says a national adoption campaign. I guess it was a lot of women fucking and not married and giving their babies up for adoption around that time. And so I'm just thinking, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm about to start singing Missy. But I'm just saying, it's like, girl, is it worth it? And I was reading the other day, I don't even want to get into it that much, but I was they were hanging women like that too. Like, they didn't care, and they didn't care if the women were pregnant. Like, and my whole thing is, and then, like, Tiffany, I felt bad for her because she was like, see, my mom wasn't racist. No. She had, to me, there was some racism in her. She couldn't pridefully have a child. She gave you up for adoption. You're half black. Your mother had to leave the town to have you. Then she gave you up for adoption. She's probably racist and just like black dick, like a lot of these women back in the day, now or whenever. It's just a fetish. It's like, I think that's what the draw is. It's like, and I think it's still embedded in a lot of the way that they come together. It's like, ooh, my daddy says I can't be with you, and ooh, I could be hung if I be with you. So, ooh, this is taboo, so let's get together. That's how I feel like a lot of that stuff was happening. Like, ooh, this is risky. I could end up dead for some pussy, girl. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I just don't understand. So, yeah, people was being lynched for having sex with white folks. So the white man was talking to them, and he was explaining, that, there were still lynchings happening during this time. And then, so they were like, shocked. They were like, oh my God, could my father have been lynched or whatever like that? So they come out of the newspaper place, and there's this black man standing across the street in front of a barbershop. So they got the cameras and everything like that. I guess he had, you had to, I guess, have to give permission. Like, before he was like, get on camera, you got to give permission, I guess. Because they had the cameras already in front of him. And he knew her mom. He was like, yeah, she liked to hang around with black guys. Her and her friend. I knew her when she was pregnant, and I guess she left or whatever. And then she was like, oh, well, see, that's good. My mom wasn't racist. I don't know if y'all have seen TikTok lately, But these biracial kids with white moms, they are going through it. When I tell you they going through it, being called all kind of niggas, being, just, and then they'll go get with a man, and then they have this half black child. They'll go get with a non-black man, have this non-black child, and then the child is non-black partner, then the child is mistreated. There are so many stories on TikTok where these kids who have white mothers are sharing their trauma. They're sharing what they had to go through. They're sharing how it felt like their parents weren't together out of love. It felt like my mom was racist and just fetishizing black dick. It felt like my father was a self-hating man. It's a lot of that going on TikTok. If you haven't seen it, it exists. So I don't know if you can say my mom wasn't racist. I don't know. Like I said, she might just had a fetish and it was taboo, right? I could be killed for this. So the man said he knew, but she doesn't know who the daddy is. The mama didn't know who the father was, apparently. So they I guess they said they got some leads or whatever, and that was pretty much it. So we see they're having a little party, and this was two things that I noticed about Tisha's family members. One, I see that they are setting up the show to be surrounded by her family. It seems like Tisha, because since it is called Love and Marriage Huntsville, the center couple who was married was Martinez and his ex-wife Melody Cherie. Hello. But they're no longer together, so I think it is only right to push another married couple up to the forefront, and now we get to see their family. So we have Tisha's brother, T-Man, her cousin. They was introducing folks, right? The Uncle Bernard. What did he call him? Mitigan? What is it called? A Mitigan? He was like a minion. He said something else. It's just all wrong. Everybody's just getting everything all wrong. But anyway, two things I noticed about Letitia's family is they can't say what the thing is. The brother tells another cousin, we're supposed to be having a baby. The girlfriend is looking like, what the fuck? Why would you say anything? Then I didn't want anybody to know. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Anyway, so he tells the cousin, we're supposed to be having a baby. And then what did the other cousin say? I'm kind of going through a divorce. I was like, why don't y'all just say what it is? She's having a baby. I'm going through a divorce. She's supposed to be having a baby, and I'm kind of going through a divorce. I want y'all to just say what the thing is. Okay? Just say it. Okay? It finally gets Letitia. Letitia tells him HIV is real. Honey, fuck a baby. HIV is real out here. And y'all just like, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. And in the process of having a divorce, the brother is in the process. He hasn't had a divorce finalized. He's out fucking already and is already having sex unprotected. And he's not even divorced yet. So now this woman is pregnant. She didn't want anybody to know. Letitia tells him that it's irresponsible. I want you to make a better decision. She really said, just because you can have kids doesn't mean you should have them. In other words, she basically said, you should be able to give your children a lifestyle, not just have a bunch of children. They should be taken care of in a way that allows them to thrive in the environment. Not just keep having them and you can't even fucking afford them. You're irresponsible. And then she said another thing. I know you came from a teenage mom, and then she had your brother, I guess, maybe when she was, I don't know, still a teenager. I'm not sure how far they are apart. But she says she feels like she's raised her brother, and so he feels like a son to her, and she just wants him to get more responsible. I guess it's just the culture. It's just the culture. So, cousin Bernard says that Marshall is a control freak. He's a freak controller. What did he say? A controller freak, a controlling freak. And he says, no, you mean a control freak. You know what the fuck I mean. Stop playing. You know what I mean. And he got too many women. So then they start questioning him, asking him about the hotel situation. We just need some clarifying questions. They going back and forth. And the man said, you a stone cold blooded liar. So, are you staying true to her? They're false and baseless. We want to hear it from you. They were just basically telling him, like, there's so many rumors out here, and you're so busy trying to throw us off, the people that you seeing through your device right now. He's so busy playing to the blogs that he's making his wife look like an idiot, and he's making it look like he's doing something that he shouldn't be doing. You too busy playing with us. Focus on your wife and how she feels. You want to play a game. That's why he did that shit with Chris. Yeah, I was out with my friend. It was Chris Fletcher. Like, girl, that shit is dumb. Why does it matter if I tell you what I tell you? Y'all not going to believe me anyway. So am I going to sit here and say, yes, I'm cheating on my wife? That's not going to happen. You asking me that shows a lack of trust, clearly. So what are you going to do to repair it? Because clearly, if I'm asking you questions like this, there is a lack of trust. So what are you going to do to prepare it? And I do not like what that man said to her on the next episode when she's like, I can ask you questions. And he's like, well, I don't want to answer disrespectful questions. How do you, first of all, any question she asks you, you're going to say it's disrespectful so that you don't have to answer it. You see how they set things up like that? I don't want to answer disrespectful questions. Well, how do you know it's disrespectful? He gets to determine what's disrespectful. And guess what's going to be disrespectful? Every question she asks. That's the game. And every time I see this man demonstrate how men relate to women, I am affirmed and reminded that they enter in engagements with women in a very deceptive way and playing games. I don't have time for that. Like, that's crazy to me. Nobody has time to play games with you, and you want to play with the bloggers, instead of focusing on how your wife feels. Her cousins and everybody are saying the same thing. You're not making things clear. You're making it seem like you're doing something. That doesn't help. She's already insecure. She keeps saying, I'm not naive. I'm not naive. Yes, she is not naive, but she looks stupid. And no one, I don't know, what is this thing? Is a badge that y'all get for public humiliation? I don't understand it. I'm so confused. Anyways, I am not naive. I know how to get my answers. That's what she says. T-Man walks up to his mama and tells her he's supposed to be having a baby. She was like, what? You leaking it to me? Get your ass out of here. And what kind of shit are you? You need to not be married. What are you talking about? How are you? It's just irresponsibility. And the fact that, see, this is the thing. And this is another thing. It's like, how do you still have access to women when you are in the middle of divorce? Why are you entering into another relationship before? I mean, I'm sure you weren't married long. I'm sure there's not a lot of assets to divvy up. I'm sure that divorce is going to be quick as hell. So I'm trying to figure out, how fast did you jump out of your marriage into another relationship and the woman is already pregnant? And you're not, it's just bad business. It's just bad business. Anyways, first get rid of your wife. You're going to need more than that you're going to need more than a goddamn food truck. Exactly. And I'm sure he is not suitable for partnership. I'm so tired of y'all thinking just because a nigga exists, he should be your partner. I am tired of that shit. Y'all need to stop getting married for love. Stop getting married. I'm sorry, not married. Stop getting in relationships for love. Stop getting in relationships with men just because they're black. Stop that. The black love thing, that don't seem to go together unless it's some finances and resources to go together. For some reason, those two things don't seem to be together in a lot of these relationships. It'd be black love over here and then a lack of resources. Something is lacking. That's why it turns into black struggle love. The finances are missing over here. Like, what the fuck? Ah, damn. I'm sure T-Man ain't got a pot nor a window. He probably lives with that woman. I bet you. I bet you Kiki comes in and then the episode is over. So that was the end of the episode, y'all. What do y'all think about Tiffany? She's stupid. Do y'all think Tiffany, do y'all think Tiffany's mom is racist? I think she was probably racist. Like, I'm sure she don't fuck with black people today. I'm sure. I mean, and if she does, it's a man who he don't like he hates black women, so he want to be with a white woman because y'all don't know how to get y'all shit together. So she was around there fucking the niggas and had to move to the next town. She said her mom isn't racist. Y'all gotta, y'all understand, just because somebody, and that's the sick part, just because somebody's having sex with you doesn't mean they're not racist. They could just simply have a fetish. You just simply are a penis or a pussy or whatever's being used to engage in the activity. But anyways, y'all, what do you think about the cousins? Do y'all think that's what they're trying to do? I think introduce Tisha's family. I think that's what they're trying to do. Because I was like, that's a lot of people, and they just introducing folks, and then like they mic'd up and they're talking about stuff like, why do we need to know that his woman is pregnant? Like, you're not even divorced. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop, and I'm never not gonna stop talking shit about it. I'm letting y'all know. I'm never gonna not stop talking shit about how men and women relate to each other and how weird it is and the decisions that we make. More good advice needs to be given about how to navigate relationships. I think more honest, truthful advice should be given. Placating to the fantasy, it doesn't do anybody any justice. Like, on Marriage Boot Camp, somebody was given a ring and she was like, oh my God, it's just like, I know it's not a real ring, but it's just a fantasy. That's what's wrong with y'all now. Anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.